guys, welcome to RDO Carnage Podcast. I am stepping in for Jared to interview the band, and we have with us the infamous Lament Configuration. So, do me a favor, guys. One of y'all give us the short rundown of the history of the band. Like, when did you start? What was the original lineup? And then, who do y'all got now?
I'll take this one. The original lineup was me and Jared and a couple other guys who met through Craigslist.
Nice.
And then one guy, a bunch of people ended up leaving that band, and then Sam came in, and then the guy that got us all together kicked himself out of the band. And then we went through a few lineup changes with some friends of ours that we still play shows with now. But then a few years into our tenure, we picked up Micah and Jake, and this is really our strongest lineup. And we have other people that told us that too.
It started forming about 2018, per the what we just read on the CD case.
Right. Yeah. Nice. And then, so what have y'all released so far? What's out there in the world?
So there's the original EP that we dropped, but it's not representative of this collective because, as he said, we had a lot of different lineup changes. But about a year, 2 years ago now.
2021.
Yeah, no, it's been like 3 years now, 2 to 3 years that Jake and Micah has joined us, and honestly,
I was talking about the EP.
Oh no, I was talking about since they because the EP represents the old guard, which was Krishna Perry, Randall Day, and then myself, Joe, and Sam, and that then y'all came in about 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and ever since then we've got a tighter sound, it much more technical and
robust.
Both of the people that we got were there was a unanimous decision of the people we wanted to try out whenever it came down time to actually look for members.
Right.
And then Clickbate is the single that we currently have out with them. We will be having Oscilator out probably by the time this is released. And then I'm assuming...
So that's for sure the next single?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. And like I said, this will probably be dropped around the time we're ready to drop the actual album.
Right on. And new guys, what bands are you coming from?
I was in Stonewolf,
okay,
which has since we're no longer together. But yes, I came from Stonewolf, and we met through various shows. But then we got to know each other during the recording process of the album we were working on for Stonewolf.
Right
and
on.
you heard my vocals and said you should try out for them.
Yeah, no, I'll never forget the moment whenever we were doing backing vocals for you, and you did like a 20-second long just guttural that was like, all right, noted.
And then my last band was The Great Hanging, and for just a few months, I forget how long, played in Monogamizer with Joe.
Yeah, and we used to play with The Great Hanging.
Yeah, we played all the time together.
And you were fronting that band, right? So, but the cool thing is that, you supported us when you were still in that band and weren't in Lament. And then we come and see you with The Great Hanging. And I love the other guys in that band, but, we were there to watch you play guitar, man. That was the whole thing. So, when the tryout, I was like, Jake plays this kind of music? All right, well, let's fucking hear it. And I was like, there he goes.
Those highs.
Yeah.
Those high-pitched vocals you got.
Well, we haven't used those yet. You know what I mean?
Not yet. We will.
That's like a bomb in our arsenal we're not ready to drop yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm excited kind of going forward just to explore more vocal stuff with the band. Doing more stuff than just... I don't want to... Every death metal band is just, just guitars, bass, drums, and just So I want to expand on it more. I think we'll do some cool shit with it.
Yeah, there's room for that, for sure.
Very cool, very cool. And listening to you guys play many times, as I have, one of the things I really like about your band is that you guys don't play just kind of stock run-of-the-mill death metal. It's got, to me, it's got like a swing and a slight progressive edge that reminds me of bands like very early Atheist, like before Elements when they really got kind of proggy.
Yeah, for sure.
And also there's an old New York band called Candiria that they would infuse different stuff like jazz and stuff like that. Now, you guys don't go that far into it, but I definitely hear that in the songwriting. Like, walk me through the process of how you guys compose.
I mean, excuse me, with the atheist thing, I mean, Joe is definitely a Candiria guy. if I'm not
I
mistaken.
listened to Candiria back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm more of
Yeah.
an atheist guy, big to like atheist heavily influences like the way like Kelly Schaefer being a guy that didn't understand theory at all,
Yeah.
and just writing these wildly off kilter fucking riffs, you know, and just doing like the jumps from it's almost like some grindcore shit before there was, you know, but it's jazzy,
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
but as far as the process, like it's just mostly like it, you know, for the most part before Jake joined the band anyways, like I would write stuff, write a riff, write a song, whatever, send it to the fellas, we figure it out, you know, we practice it. But now, you know, Jake does the same thing, you know, and he's better at Guitar Pro, so now we're able to fucking both learn the shit and, you know, get that done.
So I'll interrupt a little bit here. We have like 3 writing processes that we've developed, and it's been a little bit of a process for each. The standard one would be like just in the room, us just dicking around with a riff over and over. Sam and Joe will get together alone.
Sometimes we'll do that. Yeah, we have
And
done it.
now, we haven't done that as much lately because just life pulls everything away. So you have that standard writing process. Then we have the process that me and Jake really enjoy doing, which is actually composing the shit out on Guitar Pro, knowing everything, like figuring out all the things. And then once we have that, sending it to each other, getting ideas, bouncing it around. The other option would be all of us have some form of like fluency whenever it comes to like basic recording, and so Sam will track an idea and like send it over, and then that Jake will riff on it, and then it'll evolve, and then get that into the room. The ultimate goal always is to get whatever concept into the room, though.
Right, and like it starts with the idea, and then I usually crack into it on drums. And like to be fair, like we all write, you know, we all do some writing, and like there's some songs that, you know, I added a little bit of like riff hits here, like some lyrics, and like it's very like wherever the ideas come from. You know, Jared wrote a new tune, and we play that, and it's like it's just whatever we want to play. You know, whatever we're writing, and we just turn it into the final result. Kind of fuck with it along the way and make it this meshed idea by the end.
Yeah, we all put our stank on it at the end.
Yeah.
Do you guys tend to hash it out in the practice room, or is it more of like, you know, you guys will record riffs on Guitar Pro or just throw it on your camera and then bring it into practice and show people?
For me, I'll just like, because like I said, Jake and Jared too, when the songs they've written since they fucking written the band. But like I'll just listen to them. You know what I mean? Do what I think I need to do over them, and 9 times out of, if I do it enough times, I'll remember it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just for me though. But it's cool because fucking Jake writes shit totally different from the way that I would write stuff. You know what I mean? And when he felt like Cleaver and Claw, for instance, when he first did it, I was like, I don't know about this, but now it's like one of my favorite songs. Now I'm like,
It's a good song.
it's a lot of notes. It's one of my fucking favorite songs to play for sure.
Yeah.
So it's very sick. I don't know how the other fellas do it though.
Well, whenever I compose, I very much have to trust my guitarist. I'm more worried about framework and skeleton and like getting A to Z, and I'm like all the nuances. I'm cool if I have a repetitive riff that I'm like, Sam, play notes that are dirtier and nastier instead of the same notes, and I like trusting my I have a track that I've showed, I guess Joe recently that like is in the form where I'm about to, the next goal is finish out what I'm thinking, then I'm gonna send it to Jake so that way Jake can compose his parts the way he wants to, and then at that point give it to Sam. He doesn't have any fucking requirement to play the notes that I play, which framework that we're worried about,
Right?
because then we get all the flavors and stuff. And what about you, Jake? What's your writing process like?
I mean, it's kind of similar. I notate like everything out in Guitar Pro, and by the time I finish it and like I'm ready for it to send to them, I'm like, no, I have to have like a good song. It's like I gotta put out a song almost.
Right.
Like, I hope they like it.
Yeah.
But I usually for like most of like the other parts that like aren't mine specifically, I try to keep it kind of basic for them, just so you can like just like start here and then just kind of use that as a jumping off point.
Right on.
To then just kind of this just like the basic idea, and then just kind of do your own thing on it.
And for you, Micah, do you guys, when you're coming in to do vocals, are you kind of waiting until the song is done and then, you know, putting in the vocals, or is it more like early on in the process it's like, oh, that's the part I'm going to sing over?
For like writing for new stuff, we don't record any of it until everyone else is done.
Sure.
But for writing, pretty much whenever they send me a track that's like the framework guitar and drums, that's when I start writing,
Mhm.
or I take something that I already wrote, because I also will just write lyrics,
Right.
not necessarily attached to any song or rhythm or anything, and then I'll adapt it to whatever the song is if I like it for that piece.
Right on. Very cool. Very cool. And what would you guys describe as kind of some of the key influences for the band?
For me, like I said, Atheist for me.
Mm-hmm.
Death. I mean, big. You
Death.
already know this. Fuck, I'm big into the Floridian Death, Morbid Angel, Death, Atheist.
Mhm.
Cynic.
And
The
to another
classics.
degree, Lamb of God. I'm a big fan of that. You know,
There's a
that
lot of
kind of
cynic
shit.
in your writing too.
Opeth.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's just me.
You got a
personally.
lot of Opeth in your styles.
I mean, yeah, I kind of do a little bit of everything, you know. I want to do like the brutal death drum parts, but I also have stuff that's like, it's not even metal. Like I'm playing like a funk like hi-hat pattern, you know, that it's like, but it works because, you know, we like keeping that prog element, right?
Mhm.
So, you know, I have a lot of freedom, but it's also, it's like when you have so many options, you don't want to play too much too, you know. It's already like, I think it's pretty busy music. I don't think it's wrong to say that about it. So like there's times where I can kind of just lay back, like, and I know that that's not what drummers typically do. I guess it's more of like a rock or like a heavy metal kind of sentiment, but like there are times where I think it's kind of cool to pull back. I guess more of like a hardcore now, right? They do that.
Mhm.
But like it's more like the early kind of hardcore, like the New York hardcore kind of stuff that I'm coming from. I'm not doing as much like slam and that kind of thing. So, you know, I mean, when I started on drums, I was playing funk.
Mhm.
Like, and a lot of what I do is like more fusion.
Right.
Outside of this, I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
I'm like always trying to add some new styles or some wrinkle, you know. It's like
Well, that's where I hear like the stuff like early Atheist before they get like real proggy, and also
Exactly.
like Candiria.
Yeah.
Like, and again, it's like especially like earlier Candiria, you know, before because for both bands, it's like they started to like go way into the exploration,
Right.
and then lean away from kind of the heavy roots that they started with, which is
Right.
cool. But you guys remind me more of like those early days when they're like
Yeah.
combining both elements of like the hard and fast, but then also kind of the weird time shifts and stuff like that.
Yeah, Unquestionable Presence was a big fucking album for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that album so
Yeah.
much. And A Piece of Time. Both those are so great. I encourage everybody to listen
Yes,
to those.
yes. And we're getting ready to hear the first single that you guys played, or not single, but the first song that you guys played. Give us a brief rundown on the song.
So, Archon Grid is actually like one of the tunes I kind of helped write a little bit.
Mhm.
Sometimes in the writing process, I'll come up with a couple of cool riffs, and like, you know, I'm not really a guitar player. I can like hack stuff out,
Mhm.
but like, you know, I handed it off to Sam, and I was like, you know, can you do something with this? And he's like, yeah. But there was a whole like section of a song and a section of a dog.
And here's Ace.
Yeah.
Ace's podcast.
So basically, like, that song is like the idea that we kind of went over together, like sandwiched around like what was a whole other song.
Mhm.
And so like, but they just made so much
Oh,
sense
yeah.
together.
That's right. Yeah.
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 And
yeah.
so like you end up kind of going on this kind of like melodic journey, so to speak. And that's something that like Atheist and like Opeth, you know, kind of like the more long form
Mhm.
works, you know. So like, I think that song kind of plays off of that for sure.
Right on. So one more time, what's the name of it?
The Archon Grid.
Archon Grid. Here you go.
That's not out anywhere, I believe.
Just here.
Yeah.
The
Well, I mean,
It's the only place you can get it.
it here
Yeah,
first.
That's right.
Like,
Yeah,
Well,
is
it all
it-
depends on when we actually drop this episode, because it's possible that the album will be out by the time this drops.
Is it just Archon Grid or the Archon
It's
Grid or
Archon
a
Grid.
Archon?
Archon.
Yeah, I could just call it Archon.
That's what it is.
Okay, there you go.
That was written by, the lyrics were written by Randall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Randall
Randall
Day
Day.
of the Monogamizers.
Nice. Well, check it out.
Monogamizer?
And,
I know, I said it was wrong.
You making fun of me doing the thes in front of it now?
So there's a 15-minute break right there.
What song are we going into?
That was
We started with Archon Grid.
Then Clickbait.
Oh,
We're
it's next to
we're
me.
going to song 2 now. Song
Oh,
1
okay.
starts out.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
So clickbait.
No.
That's
No. What's song 2?
Cleaver and
It's
Claw?
Cleaver and Claw.
No, song 2 is not.
No.
Clickbait.
Fuck. What is
Song
it?
2
It's
was
Archon,
Clickbait.
Clickbait, Cleaver and Claw, and then
Clickbait,
finally
so
ending
let's
with
talk
So
about
Oscilator. No, I guess it has to
So
be.
we heard Archon at the
We did
very
not play
beginning
Metal
of the
Gear.
episode.
Swear to God.
I know that doesn't feel right. That's what I'm saying. That
telling
doesn't
you we
seem right.
We're about to
bro.
go into Clickbait Hemmorrage.
Okay.
So the song.
Are we
is-
sure about
Yes,
that?
yes.
100%
Yes.
certain.
All right, man.
I mean, we can put them in any fucking order we want to, really.
The chaos of running a podcast.
Right.
All right, so Clickbait Hemmorrage, that is already out, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that single we dropped right before Cannibal last November.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been about a year.
Shit. That was one of your riffs, right?
Yes, that is correct.
How long have you had that one? Some of the riffs we have, he's had in the chamber for years.
Yeah, I don't know. I it's pretty relatively new. Like however long ago the file says I sent the email to you is probably about 3 months older. You know, it's
Check
around
the
there.
Google Drive.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so question for the guitars. So and you guys can go one at a time. It doesn't matter who goes first, but all-time favorite dual axe. Like who's your favorite team?
You first, Jake.
I want to remind you.
Put
This
them on
doesn't
spot.
apply for this band at all, but Matt Heafy, Corey Baleu, I love their fucking dual guitars.
Yeah.
Trivium's fucking dual guitars.
Yeah, no, I don't mean like as related to you guys.
Yeah.
I just mean in general. Like, who's your favorite?
Yeah, I
double
love their
axe tech?
harmonies.
Guitar players. What do you guys think?
Technically, bass is a guitar.
I mean, I
Bass what? Guitar.
Let him answer.
My favorite duo is us.
Yeah!
There
That's
we
my
go.
third favorite duo.
There we go.
Shameless self.
That's the chat answer right
I
there.
just put me on the spot. I don't know. It could be anybody.
it's
Whoever I'm feeling in the week.
that's fucking really hard, dude. Honest, I would say probably I don't want to get their names wrong. Luke Hoskins and Tim Miller from Protest the Hero, or
That's a
Good
good
one.
combo.
or Chuck Schuldner and Andy LaRock.
Mhm.
One of those two.
That was another good combo.
Yeah, those one of those two.
How many guitars did Death go through other than Chuck?
Well, it was a different guitarist every album.
Yeah,
Yeah, several.
pretty much. Yeah, there's like 4.
How many albums they put out? 5?
I don't know.
And then
They
Control
can look that
Denied.
up if they want to know the answer to that.
Well, Control Denied and Symbolic kind of had some overlap, right?
Some.
Sound
Yeah.
of Perseverance did.
That's the one I was thinking.
Some trivia for y'all.
There you go.
Hey, Death for Death Metal.
Right? Right?
Well, I think Ryan Knight and Brandon Ellis is kind of the power combo right now.
Right on.
All right, so we're about to hear Clickbait Hemmorrhage.
Sensation from the depths.
This is great.
This is wonderful. I definitely wanted Ace on the couch.
Yeah,
Yes.
this rules, dude.
And we're back, and we're here with the true leader of the band, Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hi, Ace.
He's an ace-hole.
So that was Clickbate Hemmorrhage that we just listened to.
Yeah.
And then what's the next song that we're going to be hearing?
Cleaver and Claw.
Cleaver and Claw.
Cleaver and Claw. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, what's the story behind the song? Like, what are the lyrics about?
That will be from me. The lyrics are actually technically about cyberpunk. It's about cyber psychosis. Because I love all my inspiration comes from books, movies, games, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I was playing through Cyberpunk again, and I was looking into the tabletop game, and I wrote a song about cyber psychosis because it was interesting to me. And the album itself that we're working on is a grander whole.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the overall concept for it is the idea of descending into madness or corruption.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was
You knew that?
interesting.
I did, yeah.
I'm just.
I listened.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, I
So
paid
what is
attention.
Cleaver and Claw referred to
I
in the
definitely
song?
knew that.
You
It's
fucking
about
liar.
a guy afflicted with
Definitely
cyber
knew that.
psychosis,
That's
kind
for
of
sure.
losing his mind and going into a gang hideout with a cleaver.
Okay.
And when he wakes up, he's covered in blood and he has the cleaver at his feet. But the song is about his kind of psychosis perspective.
Right on. Very cool. Very cool. And then the is it an album or an EP that you guys are getting ready to release?
Album.
Yeah, full length. We got. 9 songs, I believe, is the number we landed on. It's been.
Yeah.
Is it 9? I thought it was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 9.
We're still
Either
between
way.
9 and 10.
It's a solid 9.
Listen, numbers aren't important. Just know that
I
we're gonna
can-
have an album and there will be songs on it.
There you go.
So
I can play them all. I don't care how many there
Somewhere
are.
in the
Yeah.
neighborhood of 8 to 10 songs.
Okay.
It's definitely not 10s. We had an argument about that.
Okay, well.
9.
Do you guys have a kind of an overarching game plan for the album? Like once it's done and released and
First things first, where we're at currently with the album is we have one more song to track rhythm guitar 1, and then Jake will come in and knock out his rhythm guitar. Then we have a couple solos to finish. I will be finishing my bass parts because, fortunately, I'm running the studio and I'm able to do it on my own leisure shortly after that. And then the goal is get Micah in ASAP so that way we can knock out vocals. Once we wrap all that stuff, we might take a look at doing the ambient pad stuff or whatever kind of thing that we want for in between songs.
Mhm.
But the goal is get it to mastering before the end of the year, at least in my personal goal.
right on.
And then I have zero interest in mastering our stuff, so the next real process is start reviewing where we want to send it out to.
Mhm.
And I think we've all agreed, because we've saved a lot of money on the actual production, to spend some money and get it to somebody who can really do their stamp on it.
Right on. Very cool.
But there's still so much to do on that.
Of course, yeah. It's a very long process. Since it's going to be the first, real recording with you guys on it, how would you guys describe it as a development in sound? Because anytime you bring in somebody new, it's like it always alters things a bit, like in a good way, right? But it's kind of changes the DNA a little bit. So how is this album going to be different than the EP that you guys formerly released?
Faster and gnarlier.
Yeah, right on.
Definitely a lot more experimental in spots
Mm-hmm.
than the EP was. Not to say that we didn't do any of that on the EP, but
Right.
this is definitely more of some of the atheist and kind of cynic
Mm-hmm.
moments than on the EP for sure.
And some thrash from
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some thrash. Yeah, a
Thank you
straight
for
ahead
that.
death thrash tune.
Right.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what I've injected into the band.
Well, so let me ask. So, I mean, this is very different than the music that you were writing before.
Yeah.
So, how was it to get in that headspace? Was it easy? Were you're just locked in? You're like, oh, I know what to do, or did it take a minute to kind of reroute things and think in the manner that they're writing?
I mean, really a little bit of both, kind of. There's such a non-answer, but it it was really refreshing to like. It's because it's something new. Because I was in the Great Hanging for about like 10 years, so I'm just writing that style of music for like 10 years. So doing this was just like it's just a nice like change of pace. So like ideas are just kind of coming fresh and naturally and quick. So I can just I'll have an idea and just kind of kick it around a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's just like bam, it's like here's Cleaver and Claw.
Well, you were also the core engine for Great Hanging, and so now you're able to like sit back and like bounce around the ideas you have, but also like be the sounding board essentially. Also, it's not all so much of that band felt like it. I mean, from the outsider view, it felt like it was very heavily you.
And with just working with different musicians in general, it's just like different people can do different things. So just all of a sudden now I can paint with new colors. So it's really cool.
Right on. Very cool. Very cool. And how would you guys describe the evolution of the sound?
Well, I mean, like the EP tunes are tunes that we've been playing for basically since the three of us started playing together for the most part, and it's still there. That kind of, because like I said, the atheist sound is still there, the Floridian, that kind of off kilter shit is still there because that's what I like to write. But then the evolution is we got him in here, and he's easy to work with and easy to write with, and kind of like gets what we're doing. Right. So I just have to show him how to do what I'm doing, and then it's like, all right, do something like this, but what you would do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Basically. And then it ends up being, pretty cool shit, in my opinion, so far. It's, as far as, like, quantifying it, though, I don't know. You know what I mean? It sounds different, but still the same. Mm-hmm. We've kept everything I wanted to keep, anyways, because that's always a thing. Like, is someone gonna really get on board with whatever you're trying to do? Sure. But he's on board, and he's on board. So here
it's
we are.
Faster for sure.
It is faster. It is faster.
Faster,
it is
heavier.
So you're really pushing yourself.
I took that as a given when he joined. I was like, okay, the thrash guy's coming in. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to push the tempos, whatever.
Yeah,
there's been lots of debates about tempos.
190 BPM, Joe.
No, 200.
Right? You guys got to go the extreme other direction on the next album.
200.
Like go full sleep.
Oh yeah, we're going fucking My Dying Bride, Candlemass style.
I wouldn't rule it out, man. I wouldn't rule it out.
We definitely have talked about doing some sludge, some real fucking knuckle draggy
I'm working on
stuff.
something kind of more kind of
at least a song. You can
no, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll do the dumb stuff. I got it.
Nice. Do you guys have plans to get out on the road or like shoot music videos or anything like that?
Definitely the music video. Road only if we have like a game plan that's guaranteed going to be profitable. Adults in real world, we gotta pay our bills, and like unless it's gonna be profitable, it's not gonna be worth it. But on that note, in the digital age, music videos are definitely something. As soon as we wrap the album, we've talked with a couple of our friends who shoot the music videos, but then also I could do something with the production abilities. Well, my goal, I think I would like us to have 2 music videos for the actual album, even if we don't get them out at the same time as the album. Right. Basically 2 songs. I mean, this is stuff we've kind of talked about, but not like made decisions about. Yeah. I'm granted speaking out of turn for as far as the road goes. I just know that we are all like, we got bills to pay.
Yeah. Well, that's why I ask is, because every band approaches it different. It's like some bands live on just getting out and playing, right? And then they never really record anything. Yeah. And then some bands are the opposite, where they record stuff, but then they never get out and play, which is just as legit. It's just a different, take on it.
Just play like 1 show a year.
Yeah, if that, or like some like Euro bands and stuff like that. It's like Winter Sun will just drop an album out of nowhere, and no one's heard from them for years.
After getting crowdfunded $1 million fucking dollars, right? And buying saunas and everything else.
Right, So
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna be honest. If I got crowdfunded, I put a sauna in the studio.
Right.
Well, I think.
It makes sense where they live.
Excellent guitar player, by the way. One of my absolute favorites of all time.
But to answer your question, I think we spend most of our time writing, and working on new music. Like I'm already working on album 2.
Same.
I've started to work on some of the music for it, so that's kind of what we're mostly doing most of the time is just playing, practicing, and writing new shit.
Nice.
Yeah, and between Sam and I, there's no shortage of riffs.
Right,
Oh, yeah,
right.
It is constant.
The arsenal.
Yeah.
The Council of Riffs.
Yes. Yeah. Is there a title for the album yet, or is that you guys waiting to release it, or have you not decided yet?
I haven't fully decided. We have some ideas.
Some
We're
contenders.
leaning towards a couple, but I think we should hold
Yeah,
off.
the focus is get
Let's
it
not get out in
done.
front of
It's
But
Just
we'll
just
say
get
it, but
it
it will
done.
be different when it releases.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So let's
like-
not hammer ourselves into a corner.
Yeah,
What's-
like also, I mean, personally, I think like waiting for a title, like once we figure out what we want to do, album artwork, also like start looking at it, like at the options on that, because there's some. I mean, you know the fucking efforts that go into just figuring out all the details that go into an album,
Yeah.
like all the I mean, shit. How long did it take you to land on that STD cover right there?
Right.
Like the green and blue one.
Well, it took a while to find the artist. That was like really
Sure.
hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like
That's one
if you
thing we're all
give
about.
two people the exact same concept, they'll come back with two wildly different
Yeah.
interpretations, which is cool, but it makes it difficult to like key in on something that you're like, oh, I really like, or what can happen is you're like, well, I like this element, but I like this element, but you don't get it from the same artist, right?
Right,
So
right,
it's like
right.
then you got to hunt. So it's like once you find an artist that you kind of click with and kind of gets where you're coming from, it's pretty easy. But getting there is hard. It's like finding a bandmate.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like
Thank God this last time
Yeah.
was easy.
it's there's definitely a skill factor involved. There's like a bar of entry that you have to meet. But what is even more important is the chemistry angle. It's like how do they fit within the group, and how do they contribute, and is everybody on the same page, or going in the same direction? It's like
Yeah,
all that stuff weighs way more than just how fast can you shred or how many blast beats you can play, like that type of
Oh
thing.
Sure.
yeah.
So, but it's the same way on all the details of the album. It's like so you're going to be looking for somebody to master. It's like, well, unless you already kind of know that, it'll probably take some searching to find the one that not only like can work within the budget, but like has a good idea of what you want to do, or
Right.
it's like because you don't want someone just to chart it out. It's like
Right. No,
so
no.
it is finding the right one can be tricky unless you just happen to get lucky on the first try.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a reason I have no interest in mastering it. I'll engineer and I'll produce it, but God no, I want to send that off to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, they're different skill sets. It's like a lot of. I know some dudes totally do both, but it tends to be that someone focuses on mastering and someone focuses on the studio engineering and recording and stuff.
Well, also mastering, you got to have a good room for it. Like a trustworthy room, like is very important whenever it comes to that stuff.
A trust room.
Right.
You said you were gonna make any shitty jokes on this podcast.
I never said anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I never promised I would make any
You
jokes.
sounded like you
Listen,
sounded
we've all
like
heard of trust rooms. Let's not make a big thing about it, guys.
Yeah, but this is not one, so we can shit on
That
it.
is true. This is not.
This is not the trust room. This is the distrust room.
Right.
Or as opposed to dat trust room.
What, dude?
That's exactly what we were
Stop
fucking
saying
talking
stuff
about.
like that.
All right. Well, anyway, enough of me. How are you doing?
Who are some of the bands that are newer, right? That you guys are really digging on, that you think are doing a good job of kind of expanding the death metal sound. So we'll kind of
Cold
keep
shots.
we'll keep it within that realm, but like who are some of the younger acts that you think are doing a good job?
Cold shot.
Locally, you mean?
No,
Or just in general?
no, anywhere.
Because we're playing with them in January.
Yeah, they're
and Shiv.
Cool.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Young guys.
I would say Convulsing. It's a one-man band out of
That's only
Australia.
one dude?
Yeah, Brendan Sloan is just one guy.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, yeah, he does all that shit himself. And Artificial Brain is another one.
It's Dan something from Revocation.
Yes,
right?
well, he's no longer in Revocation. I don't.
Right, he left.
Oh no, he left Artificial Brain. I'm not sure.
He left Artificial
Anyways,
Brain too?
I don't know. I don't know which one. I might be wrong. It doesn't make any difference.
It's not
Right.
Google.
Those are two bands that are for sure that are doing it extra big in that respect, in my opinion. We're listening to both those bands.
I saw Slaughter to Prevail last year, and I know they're not exactly a small band anymore, but man, oh man, I fucking enjoyed their set.
Yeah, nice. What about you guys?
I echo Artificial Brain for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely stuff in that vein.
Fantafaxith.
Yes, the Antifax.
Yeah,
That's the other one I was thinking of.
Yeah, big time.
Not necessarily death metal, but they're close.
It's like it's a riff in there.
It's an experience. That's what I love about it. It goes beyond just the. You're not just listening to a metal album. It'll take you on a journey.
Right on.
So.
Very cool.
The only band that really comes to mind for me is just right off the top of my head. You're putting me on the spot again.
Yep. Yep.
That's all. This whole podcast has been a big gotcha.
That's right.
Right? No shit.
But
should have done your homework.
What did you think we were going to be asking?
I don't know, man. I didn't come prepared for
asking me
anything.
about
Somebody
music.
has clearly never watched the episode.
I did
That's
not
right.
see this coming.
Right.
But no, the last show we played up at Andy's is Cesspool of Corruption. We played after the whole time. I've had a few too many. I'm thinking, God damn it, I gotta follow them. They're
Mike
so
is
good.
a hard person to follow, just in
How
general.
about fucking Splendorite?
Oh,
How about
that's-
them?
Yeah, those.
They're
Yeah.
so good
Shout
too.
out to our boys.
God damn.
Another Randall Day project.
Yeah, really good musicians.
Also, Vitriol. Listen to Vitriol. You should. It's
Let's-
hard to hear the guitars.
Also, try out
but it's
Vit-
more
Vitriol.
Can't hear the
Listen
bass
to
at
it.
all.
Listen to it.
That bass is too low.
That's the meanest fucking death metal going right now, in my opinion. It's
Let's-
the angriest shit around.
It's easy for me to follow Splendorite. I don't know about you guys, but
So, dude,
That's funny.
They don't have any vocals.
Nice, Joe.
so
Well, they're not gonna know. People are gonna know that. They're not gonna know their
Yeah, you're
instrumental band.
You
The
should
rules
explain it
are.
some more. Right.
Now they know.
are any of you guys, or are all of you guys, have any like actual musical training, or are you self-taught?
I had a teacher I started playing when I was 11, and he was like a guy who taught at the college, I think, in Weatherford, where I'm from, and I think I stopped taking lessons. I was like 17, somewhere around there, and so I had some training, but he taught me like mostly metal shit because he was like an old 80s guy, was into like Metallica and Pantera. He was going to Joe's Garage,
Yeah.
shit like that, you know. And eventually started teaching me jazz stuff, which I was like, no, I don't give a shit about this. But I'm glad I learned it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it did help out a lot. But after that, I did the thing where you learn how to like overplay, just trying to be fast and clean, and then you have to learn like, I have to make things interesting now and write actual songs and parts. You know, so that was what I had to do after that onwards, basically.
Yeah.
Teach myself how to do it, basically.
What about the rest of you guys?
I did in my teens. I did guitar, vocal, and piano lessons, but
Okay.
I was a terrible student. So outside of that, I was like primarily self-taught and just kind of just banging my head against the wall and like doing a speed trainer and Guitar Pro, just playing shit over and over and over and over and over.
Nice.
Nothing else to do in Gainesville.
Yeah,
Right.
Except for,
do drugs and go to Walmart. That's about it. That's all people do.
And then play guitar.
Oh, you forgot. You forgot to get in a fight in the Walmart parking lot.
That's it.
It's crucial stuff.
You, Micah?
I took guitar lessons, like classical guitar lessons, when I was
Okay.
a kid, and I don't even remember how long it was. It was like 3 or 4 years, and then I stopped because I also was a horrible student.
Yeah.
I didn't like learning because class we had to
gotta
learn how to
go
read
home and
music,
practice
and
this
then
Right.
I didn't like reading music, like sheet music, and I didn't really like the style of music because as a 10, 12-year-old kid, I want to be a rock star.
Right.
And I was learning like classical pieces, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And then I came back to guitar and bass years later, and yeah, that's it for me.
Right on. Jared, Joe.
Go ahead. You look like you want to say something.
Just waiting on you. I know my answer. I'm kind of classically trained. I spent years in like church choir, learning like music that way, and then marching band, concert band from like 5th grade up until all the way graduating high school. Picked up guitar lessons about my sophomore year, and wish those would have paid off, but who knows. I did guitar lessons in college for some classical training, and then I did a lot of music education stuff. And really, my main skills have gotten from teaching myself, or teaching other people. Like, if you want to get good at something, teach the subject, and you're going to do it over and over and over and over and over. But so I have some classical training, but as Jake said, there's nothing better, in my opinion, as a music instructor than sitting down with Guitar Pro and just slowing the shit down.
Yeah. Nice. What about you, Joe?
Well, the funny thing is, none of what I'm playing now is what I studied. I did study some music.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play bass. And I actually like got part of my degree from community college in like percussion,
Okay.
like bells and fucking timbales. Like I played. There was one time I was playing like shakers, bells, for one song, and then I'd switch over and play mains for another one. So, but this was all like at the collegiate level. And then at UNT, I actually went on tour with the African Percussion Ensemble with dancers and all that. And so like that was my kind of what I was taught, you know, and it's all like this like time is a circle, like weird way of thinking of time for us, right? From the Western perspective, you know, time is a line, but I don't want to get into what time is or isn't right now. Just suffice to say, like when we're doing these weird timings, I'm tapping into some more of like this percussion kind of angle of stuff. So like some of the stuff I'm playing really is, it kind of is from that angle as opposed to like a drum set per se, at least the way I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because it's all 4/4 if you don't count like a nerd.
I mean, your words, not mine.
Well, last question before we move on to the next song, and you're all set. But what are kind of your plans for the near future? I mean, you got the album coming out,
Finish
right?
the album, man.
Yeah, and
I want to get a turkey like at Arts Jazz Fest.
yeah, and then start working on album number 2 and
More merch, more everything. We have a bunch of merch items that we're looking
I
at.
think the real goal for this next album is like we plan our release schedule better, get on the playlist. I mean, you know, all the efforts that it goes into, like making sure your release goes right, you know, based on the algorithm and shit.
right.
So that's a big next step. But like, I mean, like he's been saying, and also he's been saying, we have many new tunes that are being put together that are like, I think that's one thing that all of us enjoy doing the most is actually creating new songs, like getting them down on actually tracks.
Right.
That's a whole other process, but like I think I can speak for myself whenever I say just playing in room with the boys is what it's all about, and so getting new material in the room is what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. All right. And what's the next track that we're listening to?
Everyone looks at me.
Self-Oscillator.
Self-Oscillator. Yeah.
You said you remembered the order.
I did.
Yeah. See, he did. Man.
We had to remember the
I'm
notes.
the only one who remembers.
He did.
Micah, we
And
had to
he
remember the
didn't come up
notes.
with it. So there you go. All right, so what have you've answered kind of some of your influences and some of your favorite bands and stuff like that. What is a band that you really hate right now?
Ooh. Oh man. Oh, so y'all are just waiting?
No, I mean,
I
you're
guess
the
I'll
obvious
go.
candidate
Y'all
to
can't
answer
wait for
this
me to
question.
answer.
One that's
Yeah.
kind of popular, and I acknowledge the talent and skill.
You don't have to qualify.
Don't
just
acknowledge
lean
it.
into it. Like
Don't acknowledge it.
who
Sleep
is
Token.
hot shit?
Sleep Token. I can't.
Sleep
I
Token.
can't do it.
Poop!
I
I agree with
I
Micah.
can't
They're
listen to
poop, but they're not who I would have picked for the number one, but they are poop.
For
I
me,
agree
it's
with
like
that.
when I think of a band, I'm like, man, I just can't listen to them. That's the guys. No disrespect to anyone who likes them. I'll still.
Oh, there's
call
lots of
my own.
disrespect. There's lots of disrespect.
I
There's
just don't
tons
like
of it.
That section is getting clipped, and we're just
Yeah.
like putting that
That's
out.
why we call you Deluna
No
the
qualifiers.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
It goes straight to
So,
you saying it.
Hot takes.
Hey,
with
I am a
Micah.
hater. I have a lot. There's a lot of bands I don't like.
Hot takes and hot cakes with Sam Tabot is what we're
Yeah,
going to be
there-
doing.
there's-
This-
That's my $1 million idea right there.
I mean, it's kind of low hanging fruit, really, but like Slaughter to Prevail, like obviously Alex Taylor's good.
Yeah.
Like
firing shots.
Like obviously Alex Terrible's good, but give me a fucking break with this music, bro. Like it sucks. Like I don't know what else to say. I don't like it. It's not good.
Fair. Okay,
Yeah.
so we got 2 so far. So who else wants to fire off?
I don't hate them, but I think Loathe is pretty boring.
Loathe.
Loathe?
Yeah.
I love Loathe. So I'm just
You
not
would.
gonna say it.
See, we have our own opinions on shit, like, because I don't ever think that the bands suck. People are like, this band sucks. It's like, well, I like the drummer.
Right?
You know, like, I don't know. I'm just not, I guess I'm just
Well, then
not
you're
a
in
hater.
the firing seat.
Whoa,
like,
hold on. Did you ever hear what he just said?
I'm just not
I
a
guess
hater.
I'm just not a hater like you
I'm
two
not.
other guys that actually answered the question on the podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck you, pal.
Yeah, give us.
We're all
hey,
talking shit. You better too.
Yeah,
That's right.
what's the band?
Dude.
I'm taking the high road, man. And
No,
it feels
no.
good.
No.
not allowed.
Not
like
allowed. Come on.
who's,
Disgusting.
I don't
who's,
have-
who's
down
steaming
the
garbage
disgusting.
right now?
Okay, you know what? But it's not within the metal genre.
That's fine.
That's
It doesn't have to be.
Okay, alright. I hate Oasis. I think it's the worst fucking music.
I like
hope-
the, I like
I hope
the
those
quick
brothers-
switch.
I hope those
Yeah.
brothers beat each other's asses and never make any more music again.
What?
Okay?
I hate
But I'm not a
Oasis.
hater. I'm not a
That's.
hater.
Yeah, you're not a hater.
Yeah, but I'm not a hater.
Fucking hate it so much.
I hate it. Of course you hate it. Why wouldn't you hate it? You
Isn't
should.
that like saying you hate Nickelback?
Jared?
Their
How
first
about you?
album's alright.
I mean, this is a
The
very
first album's
obvious
alright.
answer,
Yeah,
but like,
All right.
fucking Five Finger Death Punch is just like elevator music for fucking merch line. It's garbage.
Five Finger Death Punch is like if Mountain Dew was a band.
And water is wet.
Right.
And the sun's
Yeah, like
bright.
it's not a hot take.
All right. So now we're gonna flip it. So
That's
what's a guilty pleasure?
I don't believe in guilty pleasures, but if I did, it's Toby Keith.
There you go.
I fuck with Toby Keith so hard, dude. I'll be drinking tonight, just that solo cup. I'll do you up.
Let's have a party.
I'm like,
There you go.
God Almighty.
There you go.
What are you looking at?
That's
Wait for me to answer again.
I gotta go down the line. Micah.
Someone's gotta answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just go in order.
I'm
trying to think. I like some. So there's some emo music that I like.
Yeah, that
I
counts.
like Paramore.
There you go. That
I'll
counts.
stand by that. Just 'cause
Paramore's
the voice,
good music, though.
Her
Like-
voice is something else.
Oh, okay.
My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
And that, honestly, I'm not really that, like, it's not like a guilty pleasure as an adult. It was a guilty pleasure whenever I was like a little fucking angsty metalhead teenager.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's not a guilty pleasure anymore. It's just something that, like, maybe I might not blast with the windows down.
At the stoplight.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like some emo shit, like, not I almost said Fugazi, but that's not true, because I fuck with Fugazi super heavy, but, and like pop shit, you know what I'm saying, like, not like Harley, it's like Peter Cetera,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, I might a little Glory of Love,
Yeah.
I might put a little bit of that on every
Yeah.
now and then, you know what I'm saying, so, again, it's not a guilty, or like, yeah, something like that. That's what I would say. That's the most ashamed I would ever feel like doing a song. I was that.
I'm
probably.
curious what the emo band is now.
Like La Dispute.
Oh, okay.
Is that, if that's how you say their name, I don't know if that's how you say their name or not. La Dispute and stuff like that. And, yeah, what my older brother would call fruity music.
And you, Joe?
Man, it's got to be my guilty pleasure is Lily Allen, early 2000s Britpop, and I actually I went and saw her live, she did the whole concert. It was like 2 hours, and she was like very pregnant. It was really impressive, but yeah, it was like, this is so not normally my element. Like, everybody was there like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I just wanted to see something different. So, that ended up being a really good show. I was actually really impressed.
Okay.
Listen to Spanish love songs. That's the other emo band I was trying to think of. Thank God. All right, never mind. All right, cool.
All right, so in the pit, circle pits or karate?
Circle pits.
Yeah, circle
Yeah,
pits.
circle pits. I've come around to the
Now,
hardcore
Wall of Death
stuff,
if I have
but-
to choose, though.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, yeah, we don't get to be that specific, but just basically, old school metal scene versus hardcore
right,
scene.
yeah,
so.
exactly. Right. Yeah, I've come around to the hardcore stuff because I'm a big fan of like Knocked Loose and Incendiary, Trapped
Their
Under
pit
Ice, and
was
shit like
fucking
that.
great.
And they go a little hard for my taste. That's why I'll sit as far back as I can.
Dude.
I watched Knocked Loose and Kublai Khan from the balcony in Resident Theater. So, but the Circle Pit is the ultimate, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know.
They had a great fucking pit at Chexa.
You guys all feel the same way?
Oh, yeah.
For the most part, yeah. I've seen too many people just like punch people who are just standing on the side.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
That's
seen
what
a
the
guy-
steel-toed boots are for.
I've seen a guy
Hashtag
jump up
state-
and just
state theater days.
jump up and punch down. He was in the circle pit, but he got in the middle, and then he would jump and punch down at people. And then some guys beat him up and took him outside. So ever since that, I was like, I just like the circle pit. Everyone just kind of bumping into each other, having a good time.
Right.
I was at a venue once where they had a couch on the side, and there were some people sitting on the couch, and a dude literally like jumped into him. And then he got up and like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, dude, you jumped into him. What the fuck are you doing?
All right.
It's
My
like,
fault.
Yeah.
See, I wanted to redefine couch surfing.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and where can we find you all on the internet?
So, Lament Configuration on Spotify. We got any weird handle on Facebook or Instagram?
No, just
I can't
I
be
think
found.
I think both of them on Facebook and Instagram are Lament Configuration Band or The Band. I can't.
It's just
You know what? I can check right now.
Lament Configuration
We have
Band
the technology.
on Instagram. We're just Lament Configuration on Facebook.
Look for the red logo.
Right.
And then I just started doing my own Instagram at Super the Jake if anybody wants to follow that, but you don't have to.
Oh, the self plug.
Oh, the
Okay.
self-plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sam, what's your TikTok?
I got because I thought he was going to ask me a legitimate question. I was just like,
I just
He
imagine
was ready. He was
I'm like,
ready.
well, you know my name, so that's pretty much
Stop
it.
beating the
Like,
bass. You just elbowed him like 3 times.
You truly
It's
did.
alright, Ace. I'll
truly
protect
did.
you.
Right.
And our Instagram is Lament
I
Configuration.
mean, if you care to
Band.
see
You're
like an
okay,
occasional like
I
sharing of
never
a
know
band that I
you like
think is
that.
good, follow me on Facebook, I guess. With my name, Sam Theibaud, try to spell it. All right,
So
Yeah.
it's the link.
Lament Configuration The
Band. Okay, there you go. All right, well, guys, thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Thank you.
performing
Yeah, thank you,
and
Frank.
filling in everybody on the band, and we look forward to the new album and can't wait for it to come out. So,
Us neither.
yeah,
You know?
I bet.
Yeah, we're really fucking ready to be done with it.
Now, what are the odds you're going to be sick of the songs when they're actually released?
Right
And
now,
you're like, yeah.
100%. No, with the exception of a few of them, like the ones,
Yeah, most
For
of
real.
them, you know.
most of them I am, but like the ones like that Jake and Jared wrote, and a couple of the other ones I'm still.
Yeah, they've played these for a lot longer than I have, so I'm not burnt out on them yet.
Nice. Right on, guys. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Rick.
We're out of here.
Hail Lament.